Sometimes you have a week and a day, don't
Yeah.
we? Don't we all?
Am I right? Oh, it's pissing you off. Mike, why?
Haven't we all had a week where we have a day in it? Or no? I'm sitting here thinking it's 11:30. Turns out Wednesday.
No, it's not Wednesday. It's Monday.
A couple hours go by. Friday night.
Welcome to our podcast. And welcome to our
I'm
podcast.
saying God damn it.
Mike, yet again, is not ready.
You're such a, you're a
You guys,
snake.
I just
You
want...
are a-
You're a snake. You are a snake sent from hell.
You're a demon serpent snake.
Welcome to the podcast. As you know, is this how this is gonna go today?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Dude, I'm
Are
gonna
we here
start
now?
this show the most honest way possible, and I'm gonna give my honest, expert, guess.
Okay.
What's the fancy word for gas?
Guesstimate.
No, the fancy one. Honest
Conclusion.
prediction. Jesus Christ. About how the show is going to go because of the honesty.
Okay.
Honest thing number one.
Yes.
I'm not really in the mood to do this right now. Expert prediction. I think that's going to make it a lot better.
Interesting.
I'm being totally honest.
You know, it's
This
never.
is
It
what
makes
if
it.
you've never seen someone
Oh my
start a podcast
God.
before, this is what it looks like to connect the headphones. And now you have a little bit of inside info, and you could use this video as kind of a how-to.
If the color's off, it's because we're tan and we can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's also true. And we should have, because we get tan every year. Like, that camera's super crooked. But I'm not going to fix it because now it's part of the lore of the episode.
It is. Well, you better fix it for the next one.
Dude, that's
Tell
how
you that much.
That's how we get around deficiencies in our production. We'll just say we weren't really in the mood to do this yet. And then when all the cameras are crooked and shit, you'll
Yeah, that's a little crooked
we'll
too.
all be on the same page. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well,
And this is what you wanted.
and as you know, comedian and his wonderful wife, who's funnier, also a hairdresser,
Are we what are we
sit
talking
here and talk to you about things, and we answer questions, and we talk about our personal life, which my guy at the dealership has my car, so I may answer it. It's Sam this time. It's not John, who I normally see.
Your other husband at the dealership.
Yeah. He's very funny. We talked about how he got tumbled at the beach yesterday.
He got tumbled at the beach.
He said we went to the beach and the waves really messed me up and I'm very sore today. Could not get out of bed.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. All right. Well, that literally looked like it was going to fall right off.
I'm sure one day it will. These tripods get weaker and weaker every time we use them. Down, weaker
Anyway,
and weaker. You ever see Face Off?
yes, but not forever.
No. That's not what that is. That's Office Space. You ever see Office Space?
Yes,
When he
again,
gets hypnotized?
not
in the-
forever.
I just want to have a conversation. You keep icing me out.
I'm not icing you out. I'm just saying I haven't seen it in forever.
Anyway, when he gets hypnotized at the beginning, and then the big fat therapist is like, oh, and when I count it 1, you'll be in total relaxation. 10.
He starts at 10.
I don't remember. It was a long time
yeah.
since I've seen it. 9.
And
Deeper and deeper. And then he keeps saying deeper and deeper. And it's very nice. And
Did you get
and then he gets
hypnotized by it when you
Probably. And weren't we all? And the whole country fell in love with the movie. And it was not a financial success at the box office. But everyone in our generation loves Office Space.
It's when he goes like ham on the fucking printer and stuff, right?
That's when he goes ham on a printer. And that's what we all wanted to do. We all grew up being sent to the office.
Dude.
The principal's office. You might be sitting there saying, whose office? Principal's office. And we all saw the fax machine, and we all saw the printer, and we all played baseball, and we all wanted to take it back to the printer.
Everyone played baseball?
Everyone played baseball, even if you didn't. And then the movie, Mike Judge did the movie Office Space, took a break from Beavers and Butthole, and he did Office Space, and then he made a man kill a printer with a bat. And then our whole generation said, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back up in your ass with the resurrection. And that was my favorite part. Yeah. Anyway, Zoya,
Michael,
thank you for joining me
Thank you
here today.
for joining me here
and
today.
breaking podcast bread at our table.
Podcast bread?
Podcast bread should have been the name of this, but we really fucked up.
It's never too late.
This is a show, as you said, where a comedian and a hairdresser talk about stuff, talk about relationships to stuff. And one of the things you guys do is you go on our YouTube and on our Instagram and on our Twitter, and you ask us questions pertaining to your relationship with stuff. And then based on our experience with our relationships to stuff, we're able to help you out if we can.
Yeah, don't ever take anything that we say. Take it at face value.
Here's how you should take our
We're
advice.
Not professionals. We're not trained in this.
So if you're like, I'm ready to make a big decision, but I really want to hear what Mike and Zoya say about it first. Here's what we are. We're your friends who you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
Even if you saw us recently.
Yeah.
Because it's a distanced relationship. We have our thing going on here. You have your thing going on out there. Some of you might have known us for 10 years by this point.
10 years.
But we're still distant friends.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is how you should take it. You have personal problems in your life, and then you go drop your car off to get an oil change.
Like
and
I
then
did today.
You're sitting in the big waiting room, and there's a coffee machine with fancy buttons and maybe K-cups. And then there's free donuts and cookies, even though it's too early for cookies.
Oh, yeah.
And you sit down, you accidentally sit next to someone, and you're like, you look familiar. Didn't we go to high school, college?
Didn't we do preschool?
Didn't we go preschool, college together?
Preschool, college.
And then we get the talking, and we catch up fast.
Yes.
Because we're those type of friends.
Right. We pick up right where we left off. Okay. I was going for a high.
And then we say, hey, what's going on in your life? And then what you would tell that person, you send to us through the means that I said.
Internets.
And also through our community number, which you could text
at 818-722-8682.
So cool
Again,
memorize
that
that.
is 818-722-8682.
And I do get questions on there every now and again.
Hey, Mike, why don't you tell us the kind of shows that you got going on soon?
See, I feel like at this point in the show, we could either do something that I was prepared to do or something that we're not prepared to do. And we'll kind of see how the second one goes now. Because I wasn't prepared to say the shows, Zoe. I
Mike?
was going to launch right into questions.
Okay,
and
that's
then
fine.
you really,
Let's
you know what
launch.
you did? You fucked me.
No, I didn't. Okay, first of all,
You fucked me in the back of my ass.
you fuck yourself in
by
your
saying, you're ready to do this. By you switching segments, you're really fucking the back of my ass.
Really fucking my...
Anyway, I have a question here from the community app.
Tell me.
And this person will remain anonymous.
No, they won't.
Jeremy Johnston.
I hate it.
How do you deal...
How?
I'll walk off.
Okay.
I'll walk out of this
Fucking
room.
walk off.
I wasn't in the mood to do this.
dare you.
All the cameras are crooked.
No.
How do you deal
That's
with
your fault.
instability
I don't know, Mike.
in this podcast? How do you deal with instability and uncertainty in life when the future is really unclear? Listen, I get it, because we all feel this all the time. And it's only because we briefly lose track of how unpromised tomorrow is, how none of us can tell the future, and how no matter how clear you think your next couple days or couple hours is, it's not.
It's not.
Anything could happen at any time. So my mom always says, I'm going to not worry about the shit that I can't control.
Right.
You already know that you can't control the future to a certain extent.
Right.
You could do your best to prepare for it.
Sure.
How do I know what to prepare for? Take a guess. Take a guess and be fine with taking a guess. Future for literally everyone is uncertain, and I deal with it by saying, I'm doing my best.
Right.
One day at a time.
Right.
And that sounds like that's one of those statements that like you've heard it so many times that it feels like a whatever. Sometimes the words lose meaning because you've heard it so many times forever, but there's a reason why certain sayings have been around forever.
Right.
You can't hit the broadside of a barn. The early bird is worm.
It is what it is.
It is what it is because it is, and it always has been.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. My sister Vilta hates that saying.
Dude,
it is what it
you're
is.
either-
She's like, what the fuck does that even mean?
You know what's
She's like,
very
tell me what it
interesting,
means.
dude? You're either a person who says that or a person who hates that, and there's nothing in between.
Yeah.
And I would challenge anyone right into the show, be like, oh, I can kind of care less if it's a this or that.
That's
Because it seems like there's only two different types of people in the
only
world.
two.
Yeah.
A side and B side, y'all.
The two sexes. Is what it is, or I hate that.
Yeah. Yep. New genders.
Anyway, so that's how I deal with it.
Yeah. I think, you know, for me, I deal with that every day too. Cause like the uncertainty of, are my clients going to show up? Are they going to call and cancel? Are they, you know, whatever. There's always going to be something that you can question in your life and be uncertain about every single day in every single situation.
And why is that?
It's part of it. It's
'Cause it
part
is
of-
what it is.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but it is. It's true. I didn't want to be that guy. For those of you who hate it.
That's why people hate it is because, of course, it is what it is.
Right.
That's the thing you don't need to say.
Right.
Floor's on the ground. Mm-hmm.
It
you
is
don't
what it
need to
is.
say shit like that.
It's laying there like it is because it is what it is.
Is what it is it's a non-answer.
Yeah.
And people always say it
Yeah.
like, and now I end the conversation like this.
Yeah.
This is the last line in the book. But you didn't have to say that.
Right.
Because that is all the other lines in the book.
Right.
You already said that. Mm-hmm. It's like putting an extra period.
Mm-hmm.
That
Period.
statement is an extra period.
Period and then period end.
Period.
Yes.
Ellipses.
I like you. I like you a lot.
Zoe, don't
Mike?
flirt with me.
Okay.
We're in a professional environment.
No, we're not.
Why don't you just leave me alone?
No, but this is, I think, my new favorite thing ever.
Stop it, dude. That's not nice.
That's very funny.
That's
to
not
whoever,
nice. And I actually wrote a song about it.
Adam, for doing the Mr. Potato Head with the big mustache. And, dude, you killed Mike as Mr.
They
Potato
put
Head.
a hat
Yeah.
and a long hair and a beard and a little microphone
Yeah.
in the hand of Mr. Potato
And
Head.
he's standing like you stand a lot of the time. Hey. Hey, you know what? Hey, guys, guess what? I'm a comedian.
Find me a video where I'm standing like that.
Oh, my God, don't make me.
I dare you.
Okay, guys, we're
Double
on this.
dog dare you. Somebody call Mark Summers. Because I just took the physical challenge
I hate it.
by trying not to throw up on this table. What would you do?
What
Hold
would-
for plane.
Holding. Hey, Mike.
I'm trying to keep the shit I say fresh.
Mike, what do you...
You gotta watch the video.
Mike, what do you do?
I jerk
No.
off,
No,
I eat food.
Stop.
If you're going to half-ass me questions, I'm going to half-ass the answers.
What do you do? So they messed up this. What do you do to take care of yourself a little extra when you're having a hard time?
One day at a time is what it is. I really like being quiet. The older I get, I think throughout my life, being an only child, it was easy to... I was alone a lot, and that's why I was hyper with people so often. Because I think I had a lot of alone time. And then as you get older, and, you know, we lived like in the suburbs, and I'm just taking a guess on why this might be. We lived in kind of a spot where, for the most part, people had their own space. You way less because you had 1,000 siblings and people in the house the whole time. I come from a smaller family. So now it's like we moved to like one of the most populated cities in America, the country America, by the way, land of a tis of thee. Amen and always for 4th of July. Boys in blue.
Shit, I have to write the rent check.
I thought you were like, shit, I gotta get some fucking fireworks.
Shit, fireworks, bro.
So I just had a lot of time. I could always be by myself growing up, always. But then like we meet each other and fall in love, and we move in together and have roommates throughout my life, and you introduce these people who are on top of you all the time. And then we move to a major city, and everyone is on top of everyone all the time.
It doesn't have to be sexual. Just answer the question.
We moved to a city where everyone's fucking everyone all the time, so it's hard to chill out and be quiet because we're always fucking.
I hate it.
We're always fucking everyone, so it's so hard to be quiet, is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I really value time by myself and quiet time, and that always came in the form of something else, like playing music for a long time was a very solitary thing.
That's not quiet though.
And playing video games was a very like quiet, solitary thing
Also
for me.
not quiet.
I didn't want to be here in the first place. So, I can't stop thinking about when you were in Portugal and I went to, like San Luis Obispo, Pismo Beach. And it's like, it's kind of like it's kind of like what you, it's very interesting. It's kind of like what I want to happen when I'm stoned. It's like that.
Yeah.
Going away from where you are and being quiet and it being like beautiful and nice.
Yeah.
And like, I really, really needed it. And I guess, sorry for the longest possible answer to this question, but if you can find someplace really nice, even if it's like your fucking attic or whatever the fuck, you don't have to go if you don't have a car. Literally anyone could just find a nice place. Yeah. And that's how I deal with stuff.
Yeah.
Find a nice place and be quiet.
When I start to get in that, when I feel like I'm starting to have a really hard time, I go for long rides, car rides, or a long walk. And I love to be by the water, ocean, if possible. Because there's something like soothing about that.
Makes you feel small.
Yeah. And you look out into like the vastness of it and just get kind of like lost. And just quieting your mind down, you know, like everyone has a hard time from time to time, some more than others. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
It's nice. Big bodies of water are nice for relaxing because you're looking at this thing that's way bigger than you, and you don't really know what's going on in there. And you watch it kind of like, if you're lucky enough to be near like a place with like tides, it like breathes with you, and it's like the earth is like breathing and relaxing, going at its own pace. No matter what is going on in the world, for the most part, it's going at water's going to go at its own pace unless there's a tsunami. We all know how those work. And
Except for our friend.
well, yeah. Dude, I was telling her the other day, Heather, who is a doctor, doesn't know how tsunamis work, said, I told her we were in one of the canyons going to like West Hollywood or something. And I pointed to Mulholland and I said, me and Zoya kind of have a thing where since we moved here, if things are going really, really good or really, really bad, we always go to Mulholland. And she was like, why? And I'm like, because it's like nice.
Yeah.
And you just gotta go be a nice thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you know how she talks.
Yeah.
And and I was trying to explain it. And it's like that. It's like when your fucking Apple Watch is like, be mindful for a second.
Yeah.
You go to a place where you could be mindful and nice.
Yeah. It is a nice spot. Like, I was really happy when I came across that, and I came across that area like on accident. Like, of course, everybody, Mulholland Drive, whatever. Okay, fine.
James Dean got Blowjangles up there.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Johnny Carson fucked hookers on that hill.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
And that's why he had such a long career.
But it is like a nice place to be able to just kind of like look out and like see even just the vastness of the city.
Yeah.
And that's just looking at the valley.
Yeah.
You know? And you could see for like hundreds of miles, it feels like.
It's almost like a similar feeling. Like it makes you feel small. Like look at all the fucking people trying
Yeah.
in their own way to like figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe me having problems isn't I'll get through it. Look at all these fucking people.
Right.
Everything looks so small and you look down there like there's millions of people over there.
Yeah.
And they all have their problems and they're all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And they all hit their Twitter limit.
Yeah. I mean, I was having a day last week, and I was just like panicked.
Sometimes you have a week in a day, don't
Yeah.
we? Don't we all?
Am I right? Oh, it's pissing you off. Mike, why?
Haven't we all had a week where we have a day in it? Or no? I'm sitting here thinking it's 11:30. Turns out Wednesday.
No, it's not Wednesday. It's Monday.
A couple hours go by. Friday night.
All of a sudden, turn around, Sunday.
Turn around. Sunday morning. Take a little nap.
Is that nap time?
Next week.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of next week.
Tell me what you were going to tell me a story about your experience.
I'm not going out with Harley and Matt anymore.
What happened?
Because I can't eat like that. I can't have an epic meal time. I can't have a friendship like that.
Okay.
We didn't even go crazy. We went to, let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
There
Mike.
is a pizza place.
This is making me anxious.
Yeah, for sure. I'll fix it.
No, don't.
I'll fix it.
Don't. Mike. Stop. Stop it.
That's fine. No.
No, it's not.
They've been terrible since Jump Street. Is this one still even on?
Yeah, that one's on.
Yes. Fuck, we look purple. Sorry for getting tan and not knowing how to fix it. Anyway, sorry, Leah, for this entire episode. Or whatever the fuck your name is. So I went out to this fucking pizza place last night that I suggested to Matt and Harvey. Huntley Mealtime.
Yes.
And it's a deep dish pizza place on Melrose called Blackbird Pizza. It's very good. Zoya hates deep dish pizza. And you know what? It is what it is. And I respect it.
Okay.
You don't have to like it. I'm not going to be mad because you don't like deep dish pizza.
Great.
I'm just going to go to those places by
yourself.
myself.
Elf. Not to be confused with the 1980s, early 90s sitcom.
Came out in 2000.
No,
So I'm just kidding. I don't even know what you're talking about. Elf. I got you. I thought you were talking about Will Ferrell.
No.
So we went out, and these places, he's an alien, he ate cats. So we went to this pizza place, and they have personal deep dish pizzas, which are the perfect size. Mm-hmm. And then they have a small, which is enough for a small family, 12, 13, 14 people.
25. Family of 25.
And they have a large deep dish pizza, which is so much cheese, it's hard to imagine. Huntley is ordering food with Matt.
Yes.
And they were like, what's your jam here? And what's the, I said to the guy, this guy missed his flight back to Canada. They're leaving for Canada tomorrow. If this was your last night in Los Angeles and you came here to eat, what would you eat? And so he suggested pizzas. We got meatballs for an appetizer. And he goes, what's the difference between, the personal pizza is like 6 inches and the small one is like
12,
I guess.
1,000
inches
yeah.
deep?
Yeah. Whoa. Swimming pool.
Send a sub. I'm just kidding. I'm tired of that joke. So, so it did come out fast though, didn't it? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, dude, the last time I was there, I got the personal, and it was perfect. I split it up between 2 days.
Okay.
And it was a lovely amount of food. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm looking at the boys, and I'm like, you guys could probably do smalls. If you're going to split them,
yeah,
you guys could probably do a small. Mm-hmm. So they ordered 2 smalls, an appetizer of meatballs, and I ordered a personal one. They got maybe halfway through both of them. I finished my personal one, and I had a piece of the meatballs. And then the whole time we're feeling like full to the brim, super soaker full,
yeah,
full of pumps.
Yeah.
And Harvey's like, there's a Milk Bar around here. You know about Milk Bar?
Yeah.
Dessert place.
Yes.
And so then we go to the fucking dessert place and get like cookies. And we're just like, when the garbage is too full and you have to take it out, but you keep smushing down the top?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
But with food.
Yeah.
I had a cookie last night from Milk Bar, not a sponsor, big fan.
Big fan.
Called Chocolate Compost.
Okay.
And it's like a chocolate chip cookie, but then they just put whatever's around in it.
That's great.
Coconut, corn flakes, Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
No.
And it was amazing.
Yeah?
And then fucking Huntley is like, try this. And he just gets a bunch of shit. He's like, try this. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting any more things in.
Yeah.
I'm full up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen one of the videos on the internet where there's like one girl and there's a bunch of guys around her. Anyway,
going,
I had
please.
too much food is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now it's like I woke up and one of the first things I said today was, I think I'd be cool with not eating for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even like, I'll drink water and stuff like that. But I don't think I would get hunger pains once.
Yeah.
Pang. Once in the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't eat like that anymore. I love Matt to death.
Sure.
But I'm always scared going out to eat with him.
Yeah. Because it's like when he orders like you wish you would have ordered when you're a kid, but then your parents say, no, you can't.
Your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
Yeah. Because you could always take it home.
Yeah.
We've also taken food out of restaurants and just given a box to homeless people.
Sure.
No more. Because when I was in St. Louis Obispo, homeless lady, when I was on the phone with you, goes, fat boy walking. So if you ever want to know if you're a little chubby, just walk past an orderly.
Never again, he says.
So never again.
Do you know the podcast has some podcast innovations for you, including the Glassies presentation, the Oscar, a full-length Oscar parody using AI-generated voices. And our biggest stunt yet, a Giraffe Name podcast, a Kickstarter and fundraiser for the LA Zoo, where we tries to raise enough money to name their baby giraffe podcast.
Pretty good.
You can find where to listen at website.biz and follow our podcast journey at Triple P Cast on all socials.
You could come to the No Laughing show.
Yeah.
And I do comedy in front of you.
I feel like I would be great at that.
You would be great at it, especially if I'm up there. Mm-hmm. And if you don't laugh, you win $20. And if you do laugh, I win $20.
I want in.
And last time I did it, I was batting about 500. And it feels like high school.
Yeah.
When you're saying stuff and people are actively trying not to laugh. Mm-hmm. And my friends were really good at that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't funny, so it was easy. So I actually don't know if they were good at that. And on July 11th, I'll be at the Higher Path. Skipped one. On July 7th, I'm doing a really swanky hotel in San Diego.
In spoken word.
My wife is a bit much.
Rude. Keep going. Tell me when your other shirts are.
Bunch of crunch.
Bunch of crunch.
Yeah. That was recently brought back to my attention by our tallest friend. Remember Bunch of Crunch, dude? It was... Well, you don't like Nestle's Crunch, right? Do you remember Bunch of Crunch at all? It was like a bag of crushed...
No. It was Apple Jacks. It was... I'm assuming this is a cereal, no?
No, but it does sound like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, both of us have fuzzy memories, so this is nothing. On the 11th, I'm at the Higher Path, which is a weed store, which is kind of like Toys R Us, but instead of toys, it's weed. And on the 14th, I'm in San Diego again. I'm always going to San Diego because I love how short the drive is, and that's kind of little about me. And I'll be in North Park, which is a lovely place to be. A lot of gays. And on the 15th, I have a Don't Tell show in Long Beach. Those are always super fun. I just posted a clip for one of those today. Please share that with your friends, only if you think it's funny. And if you don't think it's funny, message me. Tell me go fuck myself.
Go fuck yourself.
Message me, I said. On the 18th, I'll be in the Irvine Improv.
Irvine.
In Irvine, California, which is in Orange County. And those are all the things I have to say today. I won't be opening my mouth for the rest of the day.
That's not true.
Unless you want to make out. Rock hands.
You guys, thank you so much for listening. As you know, our podcasts are... Can't talk. What are you doing? Why? Mike? Leah's gonna fucking kick your ass.
She's not gonna be happy because you look super purple today.
Well, anyway, as you know, patreon.com is a virtual and tipping rewards website.
Dude, and shout out, we don't do this enough, to patreon.com.
Yeah.
Because you are fucking more than... I'm involved in so many online things, and I've been in the entertainment business for as long as we've been together, if we're being totally honest. And patreon.com is keeping artists and creators alive.
Yeah.
And thank God for it, and thank God for you guys for supporting the show in that way. We thank you so much. Like this.
And our $10 group gets a shout out. Mr. Howard, Jay the Fifth, Catherine Connor, Ryan Cruteau, Rusty Coal Miner just got married. Congratulations. Joseph Capricusio, Shannon Haynes, Ernesto, Raja Knows, Luis and Odette, Lauren Chauncey, Paul Gilliam, Derek Helling, Steve Diergo, Chris McCarthy, Trevor the Wearfishy, Happy Birthday Starlight, JJ McToots, Rachel Last Name, Alan Garcia, Connie Tryon, Mr. Mike Potato Head Foul Nose. Antero Baez, Frankie Matos Music, Johnny Rizito Handcrafted Neckwear, CCPB&J, Admammed, Emily Paget, Caleb Perkins, Giant Tom Hanks, Lizzie Love, Gavin Welch, Someone Tell Aaron, Jackie Hammond, Paige Saw, Blink-182, fucking rad. Guy with long
I
hair.
heard that was a really fun show.
I can imagine. Chris Johnson, Anita Rosita Valles, Benjamin Putz, Beth Bush, excuse me, Christina Camille, Josh Cadote, Michael Johnson, Kayla Johnston, Jules Run, Grant Levasseur, Chad Clark, What is Cat, Katie Taylor, Shane Welsh, Joe Band, Milky Beans, Jess Enright, Lillian Carrillo, Magnus Silva, Barrington Lloyd Lovett. Wow, that got very loud on all parts. Ben Fuchs, Theodorus Carambellis, Janisha Tutton, Danny Sinclair, Jacob D. Bradford, Justine Beebestein, Just Josh, Sergeant Sparty, Ed Birch, Helen Ford, Illuminos, Superfloss, It's Tatiana Day, Danielle Di Verona, Dev Robervo. What are you singing over that? Very cute.
I don't give half a fuck about anything Ariel Peace says.
I like it. Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Rob Devereux, Don Bjorn, Nestor De Leon III, Luis Hernandez, Alexander Legowski, Felicia Shamberi, and Matthew J. Palka. You guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Mike's head is always in my way, and I love you so much.
I don't know why Zoya is purple all of a sudden. Must be because of the fake and bake that she's been doing.
It's not fake and bake.
It's fake and bake, and I helped.
No, you didn't.
You know you've been sitting in that tannish bed.
No, I don't.
You know you've been sitting in that baking bread.